welcome to Simp with Guns. I'm telling you, you give a simp a gun, then you have a problem. This story is coming out of St. Louis. This particular simp name is Bobby McCullough. Let me tell you about Bobby. Bobby was married, and Bobby was one of them aggressive type brothers, gorilla pimp type guys. He was very abusive physically and emotionally to his wife. He beat her up one time, and one time too many, and she pressed charges, and Bobby went to jail, and Bobby got out. Guess what Bobby did? Yes, sir. Bobby did the unthinkable. That's what simp do. Bobby went to her house, kicked down the door, and killed her and two of his stepkids. And he kidnapped his daughter with her and dropped her off at a family member's house. And then guess what Bobby did next? Yes, right. Bobby killed himself. Simp with guns. Let me tell you something, simps. With guns, you cannot force a woman to be with you. No, you can't. It was once quoted by the great Sir Mix-a-Lot. If you don't have game, then let her leave your world. You got to let her leave. One thing they would never say about Jay Williams, that I'm out here clowning and upset and mad because a woman want to leave. Let her go. Let her go. Let her go. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill myself if you leave me. If I can't have you, nobody can. Those are words of simps. That's what they say. That's what them simps do. That's what they do. If I can't have you, then nobody can have you. I love you. Come on, man. That was one of our first episodes. We entitled that one Simp with Guns. And this one we entitled Epidemic. Senseless violence in the black community, man. I tell you, this summer has been, I call it the red summer, because there's been a lot of blood in the streets behind simps. These guys that can't take rejection and realize that they can't control the young lady that they wouldn't anymore. So the only thing they love to do is to take her life and maybe a couple of family members' life. And then most of the time you see these simps turn their guns on themselves. We had an incident here maybe a couple months ago now. I'm kind of close to the family, so I'm going to leave names out of it. But this young man was a local news here in Houston. This young man shot his estranged wife, shot her mother and killed her and kidnapped their kid and headed to Dallas. He surrendered the baby safely and was in a short high-speed chase with the police near Dallas, and eventually led to him killing himself. So I tell you, man, it's don't understand it, man. I don't understand it. How these simps can just not only, it's different when you're home yourself, but when you inflict that kind of harsh pain on other people that are involved, in terms of the family members that are involved, man, it's just senseless, man. Senseless. We have an incident here where a young man out of Detroit was arrested for brutally attacking and sexually assaulting the mother of his kid. He burned her with a hot spatula and all kind of sick things he did to this young sister. She was a beautiful sister at that. And of course, she filed charges on him, and he was arrested. He had a bond of $100,000, and his mom bailed him out. And he thanked his mom by attempting to kill her. He killed his stepdad, and then he turned around and killed this young lady as well. Sick, man. Sick. Well, there's a news clipping that's associated with this story, and you know how we do it here. We show the news clipping, and then I have my 2 cents at the end. So check this out, fam.
Is calling it the worst court's the court's worst nightmare. A man accused of killing his girlfriend during a standoff in Harper Woods was already out on bond for allegedly beating that same woman.
That's right. Jonathan Welch paid $10,000 to get out of jail and is now charged with killing that woman just days later. Sean Lay is live tonight. Sean, this judge in the case is very upset about this.
He is. We'll hear from that judge as well. Also, the victim's family absolutely devastated by what happened. Look, we just got out of court. Jonathan Welch, you just mentioned him, appeared in court. The detective telling the judge that Welch took his bond as freedom to what he says finishing the job by killing his girlfriend. That's a direct quote from that detective tonight. We're asking tough questions about why Welch was out on bond in the first place. Zelaya Frazier, a beautiful young mom so full of life and full of love for her baby son. Frazier stabbed to death inside this home in Harper Woods, allegedly at the hands of her boyfriend during a violent rampage that began last Sunday night.
Caller stated that someone there is holding her hostage.
Cell phone video capturing the moment a 23-year-old man prosecutors identify as Jonathan Welsh surrendered to police after that rampage that left Frazier dead, Welsh's stepfather dead, Welsh's mother critically injured. The home was set on fire. Shots were fired at police. Welsh in court just moments ago charged with those crimes.
Good afternoon, and sir, please state your name for the record.
Jonathan Welch.
Jonathan Welsh was on a tether at the time of the rampage, out on bond, after he was charged with a horrific domestic violence attack on Frazier June 2nd. At that time, prosecutors alleged Welsh strangled Frazier with an extension cord, poured gasoline on her, tortured her with a red-hot spatula, and sexually assaulting her. Instead of being locked up with no bond, Magistrate Dawn White gave Welsh 10% of a $100,000 bond. This past Friday, we're told Welsh's mother got a bail bond to get her son out of jail. 48 hours later, Frazier was murdered. Today, an emergency bond hearing for Welsh that 36th District Court Judge Kenneth King says was tragically too late.
Far too little, far too late. This is the court's worst nightmare.
All right, back here live. Welsh now in court just a few moments ago on these new charges. There are 20 new charges, including those 2 homicides here. He pled not guilty. The judge in this case in Harper Woods said no bond at all. Kimberly, Devin, we continue to ask questions of the magistrate here, trying to reach her to find out why bond was given in the first place. We'll continue to work to get answers for you. Back to you.
It's just awful. Sean, before you go, though, Welch was ordered to stay away from his girlfriend. Why were they together at his mother's home this past Sunday in the first place?
We've been able to confirm that Welsh was tethered, house arrest, to his mom's home right there in Harper Woods. A detective just told me they may never get that answer, why the girlfriend was there. Now, sources are telling me that Welsh's girlfriend and his mother had a very close relationship. Whether or not she knew he was there, however, remains unclear.
All right, Sean, thanks.
I can see it now. Mama, I need you to come get me out. I don't like it in here. Come get me out, Mama. No, baby, you should have did that to that girl. You really hurt her. You burned her with a spatula. You did all kind of. Mama, come get me out. And Mom go and get that simp ass nigga out. She go get him out, and 48 hours he tried to kill her, kill the baby mama, threw the baby, his own seed, out the window, killed his stepdad, and attempted to set the house on fire. But I tell you can't make this shit up, man. I've seen in the past, me working in social services for many years, sisters in situations like this. I found that they lack the support to get themselves out of that situation, or knowledge to access that support to get themselves out of that those situations that can lead to them losing their life, and not only them but people around them as well. Just a sad situation, and this dude was sick, man. He was a sick individual, man. And I don't know if this dude was on drugs or mental health issues, whatever it was. I think this sister that was involved, that was killed, she had a false sense of security based on the evidence that we have. She had a close relationship with the mother, and she thought the mother was her that can protect her, and she can go over here and try to make a peace treaty with this young man. And that apparently what happened, I'm just assuming now, the mother probably called over there so she can tell him that it's over with, I don't want to see you anymore, and he couldn't handle it, and the mother was in support of her, and he couldn't handle it, so he turned his anger on not only on his parents but on her as well. He spared his child, thank God, but he should have went on just killed himself too. Son of a bitch. I understand it, man. I think about a couple months ago, it was a young rapper out of Atlanta, Trouble, was killed due to another simp. Upset because the Trouble was smashing his either a former ex-old lady or whatever it was. He saw the young man Corvette there and came and kicked the door in and pistol whipped her and shot him, and eventually he succumbed. He died of the gunshot wounds that he received. Simp with guns, man. You can't make it up, man. I tell you, that's what it is, man. You know, they can't take the rejection. I can't have you. Nobody can. Love you. I love us. It's so sad, man. This is definitely a red summer, man. I don't know if it's because of the pandemic or it's in the water, but I don't know what the hell is going on in our community where we've seen a lot of these young brothers taking their anger out on their girlfriends, their wives, and home and other family members, and then turning the guns on themselves. Man, the red summer. Is it the heat? I don't know, man, but it's crazy, man. Just crazy. I lift the family up, both families that are involved in this situation, because both family is suffering. I left the young man, the baby, who parents who won't be in his life. The mother is deceased, and the father most likely going to spend the rest of his life in prison. I tell you, man, unthinkable. Let's take care of each other out there, fam. We're going to leave a description in the box for anyone who's in a situation that may be volatile and may need to get out, but you don't, you lack the resources, or you don't know how you can get out that situation. We're going to leave a description in the box where you can seek help. Sitting before, man, these women that stay in these violent situations that lead to them losing their life. I've been in social services now for almost 30 years, and I can't count how many times that a situation lead to either the death of that woman or serious injuries to the people involved. Thank you for tuning in to the Jay Williams Boss Up Podcast. I understand you could have been anywhere in the world, but you rocking with us, and I greatly appreciate that. Until we talk again, you guys keep it safe. May God bless us all. We out. Simp with guns. We are, fam.